Good morning, sports fans. Andrew Rogers here for TST Total Sports Talk. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, I apologize that this latest update is a little later than usual, but I was going to upload one yesterday, got a little bit busy. Was going to upload one again late last night, but was in a little bit of a somber mood, as one can imagine. Yeah, it's a little bit of a somber feeling on the show today, and as you can all imagine, you probably already know why if you happen to catch last night's Toronto Maple Leafs Washington Capitals game. Washington winning 2-1 in overtime. Marcus Johansson with both goals for the Washington Capitals, the second of which came from a point shot, or from a shot from the sideboards from Justin Williams after a one face-off. And Marcus Johansson, parked right in front, was able to capitalize on the rebound. You can't say enough, though, about this Leafs team. Boy, were they good. They were a lot better than I think a lot of people thought they were going to be at the beginning of the year. They stuck around. They hung in. They finished 8th. They faced the President's Trophy winning Capitals and pushed them and pushed them and pushed them. I think they took them a lot further than a lot of people had them going. I think a lot of people had them losing in 4 or 5. But I think nobody expected 5 overtime games and 6 games, and all of them being 1-goal games. Boy, you know what? Washington, they look shaky at times. Holtby looked shaky at times, but when he needed to be big, he was. He made 37 saves in the game-winning, or game series-clinching game. Braden Holtby, boy, was he good. So Washington wins the series 4-2. Yeah, Washington moves on. They will play Pittsburgh Penguins in the next round. We got, so Leafs down 4-2. So here's what else we know from the weekend. Ottawa defeated Boston 3-2 in overtime to advance in 6 games. Clark MacArthur's second of the playoffs was the OT winner there. Edmonton, they won 3-1 at San Jose on the weekend. They advanced to the second round. That's their first time So the Sens advanced to the second round, first time since 2013. Edmonton advances in 6 games over the San Jose Sharks, 3-1 victory over the weekend. New York Rangers winning 3-1 in Montreal over the weekend. They advance in 6 games as well. St. Louis Blues defeated Minnesota 4-3 on the weekend. Magnus PRV with the winner there in overtime. They advance in 5 games over Minnesota. So here's what we know about the second round. The second round gets started on Wednesday with the Predators and the Blues at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. Oilers and the Ducks at 10:30. So on Wednesday, it's Western Conference Day. Thursday has the Rangers and the Senators, and the Pens and the Caps getting their second round series underway. Here's a fun fact, though, about the first round. It's the first time since the 2001 Stanley Cup playoffs that there have been 0 Game 7s in the first round. So that's pretty spectacular. Hasn't happened for a long time. All right, moving on. Toronto Blue Jays. Boy, did they get the kind of performance that they needed from their starting pitcher on the weekend. They won 6-2 against the LA Angels of Anaheim. Stroman with the Blue Jays' second complete game of the season. The last one he pitched a complete game of the loss. This time it was in a win. 9 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. John Gibbons ejected in the top of the third. What's new? He was ejected a ton last year, and this is his first one this year. Surprised that it took this many games for it to happen. Devin Travis, Kevin Pillar, and Ryan Goins all hit home runs for the Toronto Blue Jays. They are now sitting at 4-13 on the season. They are once again playing the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim tonight in the 4th game of 4 against the LA Angels. This one is a 10:07 start. It will be Francisco Liriano versus Ricky Nolasco. Moving on tonight in the NBA, we got the Toronto Raptors and the Milwaukee Bucks. This series is tied at 2. Raptors are looking to improve after a huge 87-76 win in game number 4 that saw them even the series. They're back in Toronto at the ACC. It'll be rocking. Jurassic Park will be packed for sure, and the Raptors will be ready to go. DeMar had 33 in Game 4. Look for him to have another massive night. As well in the NBA, so we only know that the Cleveland Cavaliers have advanced. Shocker there. They completed a first-round sweep of the Indiana Pacers. All these games were close, but the Cavs just ultimately came out on top there. Wizards at the Hawks and the Warriors at the Trailblazers are other games, along with the Raptors game tonight. All right, and then finally in the OHL, the Owen Sound Attack and the Erie Otters get acquainted again. Game number 3 of their series. It's tied all at 1 after the Owen Sound Attack had a massive victory in overtime on Saturday. They played games 1 and 2 back-to-back. Erie taking the first game, Owen Sound taking the second one. 4-3 in overtime. Matt Schmalz. Boy, I saw this replay of his goal, and I could probably watch it another 100 times. It was such a beauty, and he is a beast out there on the ice. Bayshore will be no doubt crazy tonight. That game gets started at 7 p.m. over in Owen Sound. Make sure if you haven't got your tickets yet to try and get tickets. It could be standing room only. I'm not sure. The second matchup in the OHL tonight has the Peterborough Petes into Mississauga to face off against the Steelheads. Game number 3, Mississauga Steelheads lead that series 2-0. Peterborough, after going 8-0 in the first 8 games of the playoffs, you'd think they'd have a little bit more pushback, but boy, do they need a victory, and it's not going to come easy. The fact that they dropped the first 2 games of the series, they were at home, and now they got to do it on the road against a tough Mississauga team. It'll be an uphill climb for sure. That game gets started at 7 p.m. as well over in Mississauga. That's all I got. TST, Total Sports Talk. Once again, congratulating the Toronto Maple Leafs on an incredible season. Unfortunately, this Leaf hat is going to go, and unfortunately, my Leaf jersey has to go. Till next season, Maple Leafs. Right now, it's Roar with us. It's OHL game night, Owen Sound Attack. Make sure to be there. TST, Total Sports Talk. Keep your head up and keep your stick on the ice. Rogers out.